Hey y'all, Chris Bassett here, and I'll be doing an installation process of Mainstays 42-inch flush mount ceiling fan. Let's get into it. You'll want to start by removing the old light fixture. Most light fixtures have a center cap or a center piece in the middle that you can unscrew. Just be careful because when you do unscrew this, the light fixture will come loose and potentially fall, so just make sure you're ready to catch it. You'll also want to find your breaker box in the house and turn off power so you don't get shocked by the electricity. Make sure you find the right breaker and then flip the switch. Once you've got everything out of the box, you've got your hanging bracket, your motor housing, motor assembly, blade arms, your glass shade, blades, which are reversible, and then your hardware packs, and a light bulb. So here, the power's shut off. I'm removing the old light assembly. You may have wire nuts or electrical tape, but you want to disconnect everything, and you're left with just two wires, the white and the black. Now, if you take a look at the wiring from your motor assembly, you'll want to connect the black and the blue from the fan to the black household wire, and the white to the white. You should also have a third bare wire, and that will be your ground, and you'll connect that to the green wire on the fan motor. Alright, next we're going to install the hanging bracket for the fan motor. It does lock into place if you twist the T-end into the hole. That way you can hang the fan motor from the ceiling while you're finishing up your connections. You want to remove the extra hardware that's on the hanging bracket. There's like 3 screws, so pull those off, the bigger ended screws there. Take those off, and then there's one on the other side. But that's how the fan will hang on the ceiling while you're wiring it up. On the old light fixture, you should have a outlet box that should be able to support the weight of the fan. There's 2 screws on either side, so you'll want to line those up with the holes in the bracket, and then you'll just put it in place. This center piece just screws out. With the hanging bracket installed securely, give it a little wiggle, pull your wires through the center, and then you can hang your ceiling fan motor in that hole, and you can finish the wiring process. Remember, you're wanting to connect the black and blue wire from the fan to the black household supply wire, and then connect the white wire from the fan to the white household wire. If you do have wire strippers or cutters, you can strip some of the coating away to make it easier to twist everything together, or trim some of the wire back. That's my green ground wire that was cut short in the Romex. So here I've twisted on the white. There's wire nuts with the kit. If not, electrical tape would work. But then you just want to twist everything together. And then once it's twisted together by hand, then secure it with a wire nut. So before I hang the light, I like to make sure everything's working. So I got the power back on. Did hook up a light bulb. That's working. And so is the fan. So that way you know everything's good to go before you finish the installation. Go ahead and push the motor assembly up to the bracket, but make sure you don't pinch any wires. And then install the 3 screws and make sure everything's secure. Next is the motor housing. It just covers the fan. It's got some slotted screws, and then you've got 4 screws near the top of the bracket up there. So loosen them up and see what lines up. There should be a slotted one that will slide, and then twist it, and it'll hold it in place, while the other one you'll have to actually find the hole and screw it in. All 4 screws put in place, make sure it's snug, and then go ahead and test the fan again, make sure everything's working. Okay, looks good to go. So then next step is to assemble the fan blades. So since the blades are dual-sided, make sure you get whichever side you want to see down. So your blade arm, I'm going to use white on my blades, like so. So make sure they go down like this, you'll see the white side. The washers that are connected to the screws are for the bladed side, and the longer screws with the washers are how the blade arm connects to the fan motor. It should look something like this. That way when it's connected, it looks like that. So here's one of the blade attachment screws with the washers. I like to install them just finger tight at first, and then once they're in place, secure it with a screwdriver so they're snug. Once you have all 4 blades in place, you're done with that, and next is the light kit assembly. You want to loosen the thumb screws, that way you can put the shade into place, and then gently tighten everything back up to finish assembly. Hey, check out this other video right here. I've got Amazon links down in the description. Help out the channel, no cost to you. Use those links. I really appreciate it. Any questions or comments, put down below. Thanks.